Okay, today I'm going to be doing a high-waisted A-line skirt. This is just something that I drew out, so I'm hoping that you can follow the instructions. First you're going to need is a good wide piece of fabric. It doesn't have to be stretch. Actually, preferably not stretch fabric. I mean, you could use it, but for these purposes, it's going to be non-stretch. Right, so it's going to be high-waisted. I'm approximating you'll need about 1.5 yards of fabric. But if you're like a size small, maybe 1 yard might do, maybe not. But right now, anyway, the width is going to be hit to 16 inches. That's how wide your fabric is going to be. And the length of it is going to be however long you want the skirt to be. And then you're going to fold that fabric in half and cut it. So you would still have the length of the skirt, but now the width of it is in half. So that would be the front and the back of the skirt. Then you're going to fold that piece, or those pieces I should say, you're going to fold those over. So now it should be 4 layers. And then you're going to draw out this pattern, the waist, plus 6 inches. And you're going to divide that by 4. Because remember, we have 4 layers. It's the front and back, but it's also folded in half. So we have 4 layers. So you're going to divide the waist measurement, which I'm giving 6 inches seam allowance. So you're going to divide that by 4. And draw out this pattern, so the waist at the top. And then we're just going to cut at an angle. And then when you unfold it, you should get this pattern. So this will be the waist plus the extra 6 inches for seam allowance. 1 inch for the front and 1 inch for the back on one side, and 2 inches for the front and 2 inches for the back on the next side, which is where the zipper will be. So you're going to sew down one side, and the next side will be open. That's where the zipper is going to be, but we're not going to deal with that yet. So after you sew down one side, this is what you should have when you open it out. This is the right side now. This will be the seam, this will be the front, and this will be the back. You still have the waist, but now it will be by waist plus 4 inches, because remember the seam allowance was 2 inches. 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on the next side. So now it's the waist plus 4 inches at the top. Now the zipper will go here. Alright, so next we're going to measure a waistband. So measure your waist, or well, you should already have your waist measurement anyway. And that's going to be plus 4 inches as well, with a width of about 8 inches. So when you have that long piece of fabric cut out, you're going to fold it over like this. So now it will be like 4 inches. When you fold it over, it will be 4 inches. And you're going to attach it to the skirt. We're going to pin it to the top of the skirt with the open part of the band facing outwards. I don't know if you can follow it clearly. Remember, the band is folded and the open part is facing away from your skirt. And you're just going to pin that if you wish to pin it, and then just do a straight stitch. If you have a serger, you can serge it afterwards. And it should look like this, front and back. So this is the right side, and the zipper will go in the side. Remember, we still have the waist plus 4, because right now we are going to use 2 inches for the front piece and 2 inches on the back piece as the seam allowance. So you still need those 4 inches. So now you're going to attach the zipper using 2 inches seam allowance on each side. And after that, you just hem and you are finished.